I don't know the problem of Nigerian politicians. I don't know the problem of Nigerian politicians on Jonathan presidency. Jonathan presidency is becoming something else. Now, yesterday, APC told us that Jonathan has agreed that he will not be running for elections. Yes, they confirmed from Jonathan, APC, that Jonathan will not be running for elections come 2027. He's interested in a peaceful Nigeria and a Nigeria that will prosper. Now, the PDP, this morning, they are telling us that Jonathan has not ruled himself out of 2027 contest, says cousin. Now, Bala Mohammed broke the news, said PDP considering former president and Obi for presidential ticket. That is from the PDP. Now, the ADC is now saying that we are in talks with Jonathan to run under the platform of the ADC for presidency. Now, what is the color of your problem, Nigerian politicians? What is the color of your problem? You have overflogged this Jonathan issue. Every day, Jonathan. Today, Jonathan. Next tomorrow, Jonathan. Even he made the headlines. Look at this day. This is the front page. Jonathan has not ruled himself out of 2027 contest, says cousin. Now, it is his cousin that is saying that my brother Jonathan is still interested in the presidency. Bala Mohammed, PP, considering former president and Obi for presidential ticket. When not only this day, you go to the Tribune, you see Tribune, Jonathan consulting not out of 2027 race, that is from the brother. Go to major newspaper headlines this morning, they are pushing that propaganda this morning on Jonathan. Like I said, let's look at the parties. We have the APC, we have the ADC, and the PDP. Now, the PDP is trying to put a form. You know, PDP now feels that it has a structure better than the ADC to win any elections. That is why PDP can come out. It seems PDP, the last elections, the last by-elections that PDP won Oyo State, it has given them that morale that they feel that they are in the ring. They are part of the people that can produce a presidential candidate or win presidency come 2027, or maybe they have other plans. The way I look at it is that Atiku left PDP. Some people said we are going to stay in PDP and support the coalition. Now, coalition not the get here small. All of a sudden, the same politician, northern politician, now can they say, okay, it's like this coalition. Let's look at how we are going. ADC then get their own presidential candidate too, that the PDP people are saying they are going to support. But now, they in the same PDP, they are zoning their own presidential candidate to South. This one, Atiku has entered one chance in northern Nigeria. That is just it. Now, almost every party, they are flogging the issue of a Jonathan presidency. And I know for sure, Jonathan would not run for the elections as we stand. Maybe whatever that is happening behind the scene, we don't know yet. But as it is now, I don't think Jonathan has declared his interest. Personally, he has said anything. It is his cousin say. It is this party chieftain say. It is a national working committee of this party. We are in talks with Jonathan. There's only one option for Jonathan is to run under the PDP, because ADC is not ready to give anybody presidential ticket. Whether it is Obi, Atiku is for ADC. ADC is designed for Atiku. Anything that makes Atiku not run 2027, that should be, or win elections, not run, and while running, he wins elections, that should be the end of the road for Atiku. For southern Nigeria here, now the way we think, because I know if you go to northern Nigeria, they have their own different mindset on the whole political issue. I have predicted, and it is coming to pass, that southern Nigeria, the relevance of southern Nigeria will be elevated after Tinubu's second tenure and after he restructures Nigeria. The status of southern Nigeria will be elevated more than northern Nigeria. You can see what the Southwest is doing. They accuse the Southwest using INEC. They want to make Southwest, you know, those years, if you don't align with northern Nigeria, you might not be able to win election, especially Northwest. You need to align with Arewa so as to win elections in the country. Yes, that's what the Northerners were pushing then. Now, Tinubu want to make sure that in the nearest future, Southwest will be a go-to place. If you want to win elections in Nigeria, you must get the support of the Southwest. That is what a Tinubu, Bola Ahmed Tinubu wants to achieve through this your pre-voter registration. We are saying it out. We are not hiding it. And some politicians will be looking. Their region are not getting registered. They don't concern them. It will get to a point now they'll start lamenting. So as it stands, a Jonathan presidency is going to be a threat to Tinubu's presidency. That is my opinion. If you have your opinion, you can put it on the comment section. Jonathan presidency is a big threat to Tinubu's presidency because, number one, the psychology, the sentiment of Northern Nigeria. Northern Nigeria believes that any Southern that is going to come from any other party other than the APC. In fact, Northern Nigeria self, they don't want Tinubu. They are looking for a Southern candidate that will run for one tenure and replace Tinubu, then North will take over. If they tell you that North is not supporting this North and South zoning, if they tell you that they're not supporting, you are fooling yourself. They are on that North and Southern zoning. What Atiku is doing is just like the Muslim ticket. They just say we can bully everybody. They bully everybody with Muslim ticket. And when he gets to that point, he will get to a point whereby if there's a Christian ticket that may win elections, the same North will be saying what is unfair. So North is actually for North and South zoning. They are waiting for 2031. But Atiku is a distraction. However, so as it stands, Southwest, Tinubu is making Southwest block votes for 2027. You see the lamentation left, right, and center. But not want a Jonathan that will just do 1 year, 4 years. Like he has 4 years. He cannot help it. It is not Amechi or Obi that is promising, if I am made president, I promise I will do 4 years. See, politicians know they listen to your promise. Because then them know themselves, say, if they promise, only God will help them fulfill their promise. Them not trust themselves if they promise. Not talk of they can't trust another person who is a politician. When he has to do with Nigeria presidency and power, somebody will promise you that he will do 4 years and you agree. So, but for Jonathan's, whether he like it or not, whether he wants to do more than 4 years, he will be going against the constitution because he has been president for 4 years before. But you see, when Buhari and co and Tinubu and co wanted to play a fast one on Jonathan, they were calculating. He did 2 years of Yaradua. He can't do 4 years. He will not do another 4 years. No, we disagree. We don't want. But now, Northern Nigeria is saying that it's only Jonathan that we know that will do 4 years. Jonathan is one person that will get unalloyed support. Forget what the APC might say or what any other person might say on social media. The reality is that Jonathan gets that presidency. Some people say, if you sit down and look at Nigeria today, Nigerians, the way Nigerians think, the psychology of Nigerians has changed. Any little thing, they can change their mind. Any little thing, you can move them easy from left to right. Just a Nigerian, somebody is a criminal, just be praising that criminal, saying good things about that criminal. In no time, Nigerians will forget that person is a criminal and start seeing that thing you are saying, like that good thing. You see that person as a good person. So if Jonathan is presidential candidate now, it just take 6 months of propaganda and media hype. Those ones that don't believe that Jonathan can beat Tinubu, those ones they'll start agreeing, because that is when these opposition parties will start flogging the policies of Tinubu in a way whereby it will create sympathy from Nigerians. I'm telling you, it's easy now. It's easy in Nigeria to convince. It's easy today to convince Nigerians otherwise to support you. If you can tweak their emotions, just tweak it a bit. That's what the APC does. Look at the presidency of Tinubu. Look at how the opposition is so weak. They don't have any. They're not organized to say anything or do anything. Something that when they swore in, when they announced Tinubu winner, 4 a.m. in the morning, INEC announced Tinubu winner. It just like say rain won't fall. Everyone was just cold. Where I am, maybe where you are, they were rejoicing. Everyone was just cold. So for me, Jonathan, if he comes, he will get the unalloyed support of Northern Nigeria. Forget what it was a weakling. He cannot face this. He cannot face that. Let me pushing propaganda up and down. Already there's animosity between Southern Nigeria. I'm telling you, that's what I'm saying. The presidency should bring in these politicians in Southern Nigeria, unite them together under one common whatever. It is best united. Nigeria is best. This country, Southerners, it is best they unite than Nigeria unite. It is best Southerners unite than Nigeria, because Nigeria will never unite. So it's the possibility of Southern Nigeria uniting is very, very possible. And if we put aside our differences and come together with a common goal, will be most powerful. Not Nigeria no face our back. But you see, all of a sudden, we are carried away by some rhetorics. Look at South Africa today. The colonial masters, they don't start this, their divide and rule. They will put kata for our middle, so now they fight themselves. Fight themselves. Development, 50, 60 years now, Africa development, where it is. Industrialization, where it is. Nowhere to be found. Just because they make you hate yourself and fight yourself. Then themselves go, they improve, use your resources. Cheap, your resources are cheap. If you're a businessman, and maybe say, now US, now you get crude oil, and you get refinery for Nigeria, and their dollar, their $1 now 1,500 naira for a year. You can't carry your money, go buy oil. How much you going to sell it for a year now? You go buy oil in dollar now, they price in dollar. Then you bring and call Nigeria. That's an example. That is why these people want to install puppets as leaders, so that they can weaken your currency, so that when they come inside here, you just wonder that they will just buy plenty things. I'm telling you, as a government, America go print dollar now. See, if they print dollar, they will know how to do the economics and micro and macroeconomics and adjustments. They know how to do that one. They'll come in and buy it cheap. That's what I'm saying. All these ones that we are fighting, Igbo and Yoruba, I'm not saying people should not fight too. At last, the fight go reach to the extent where everybody go to find their levels. And when everybody find their levels, when the British has divided you people, I've seen that you people are going your separate ways. They will separate you people and be attacking you individually. They will separate you. They'll first, from the sea, the Lagos, that island, that place where they go build a US, I don't know, embassy, I think, Lekki Trade Free Zone. They go from there, they go carry their propaganda, enter Southwest, dominate now. You see what happening in South Africa? If these people start with the Southwest, for instance, let's happen, Igbo must go. I'm not saying you should stop, you should stop here, Igbo must go, because it's good for my brothers. They should go back home. Everybody, they defend their fatherland now. They should go back home and start looking at how they arrange themselves. Igbo must go. Igbo go. Southwest go. Bitter people, sworn enemies against themselves. They don't want to see themselves eye to eye. America, the West, they know that Southwest is a viable place. When they enter Southwest, you can't reject them. You can't fight them. If you want to fight US, and US want to muzzle your economy with their propaganda, or with their manipulation, with their everything, they want to muzzle your economy in Southwest, what will you do? Will you challenge the US? Okay, we are the best region in Nigeria. Would you? I'm giving examples why we need to unite as a people. Nobody, you see, Nigeria is a place whereby it is not fair. If it were to be fair, so many regions will have a lot of developments. But it's not fair. It's a partial system. The Fulanis that are even foreigners are even benefiting more from Nigeria. It is like a jungle or an evil forest whereby you take advantage of your brother. This and that is just a circus. That is Nigeria. So if you think because you are having that upper hand today, Tomorrow, things will always change. One thing that is constant in life is change. Things will always change. So if Britain and co. lay siege on the Southwest as a separate entity or Odua nation, what will you do? Okay, you that your lobbying potential or how to lobby. You lobby them, Abi. You lobby them. Now then they will show you saying now them be master lobby, master manipulators. So far say they want your resources, then go on your means of production. In Nigeria, who are the people that are controlling the means of production in Nigeria? They will not tell you the truth because these politicians are mostly, they live life of lies, manipulation, and secrecy. Those that have our corporations, those that are even running our economy, most of them are not Nigerians. I'm telling you, those that are engineering our economy, those that own our means of production, most of them are not Nigerians. So if you think that uniting a southern Nigeria is not important, it's like you're not looking at the bigger picture. Nobody can erase any ethnic nationality in today's world. See, today's world, nobody can erase any. If it were those days of Hitler, it's possible. But in today's global village, global space, nobody can commit genocide by erasing a people just like that without there being a resistance. Now, in the northern part of Nigeria, everybody is detesting the Fulani. Most Hausas, 80% of Hausas are detesting the Fulani in the northern part of Nigeria. If it were like those days, Fulani will have found a way of trying to, there's no social media, no free speech. They'll be doing their things codedly. If you hate them, they don't concern you. They will come subdue you, force you to like them. But now there's social media, everybody's eyes are opening. Things are being said, people are following trends. Yes. So now, in northern Nigeria, Fulani does not have that kind of influence they think they have before because things are changing. People are restructuring. And as we restructure, southern Nigeria needs to come together, unite together, and make sure that they push a restructuring law, even though it's 30 years restructuring plan. Unite politically. Understand that it is for the people. It is for the heritage, it's for the history, it's for the culture, it's for the society of southern Nigeria. That's just needed. But because some people believe that we are a region, if US reason on a matter, they go control now from inside out. See South Africa today. 70% of the land, who owns, okay, let's say the population of South Africa, they are 60 something million, 65 million, 60 something million. What is the population of the whites in South Africa? When you look at the population of the white, the percentage population of the white, then you ask yourself this question. The whites themselves, they own over 70% of the means of production, the land, means of production. My brother, they own over 70% of the means of production in South Africa. This one is not be cho. This is reality. Until tomorrow, I saw there's a movement. I don't know, there's a movement in South Africa whereby some people are telling immigrants that they should go back to their country and see it's a Lulu or something like that. They should go back to their country, that they should go and fix their country, blah, blah, blah. The illegal, the migrants are spoiling South Africa. And when you look at the migrants in South Africa, out of 65 million, they're not up to 5%. And these black South Africans are saying that these migrants are taking their jobs. What are the jobs they are taking? Menial jobs. 80% of these guys are doing menial jobs in South Africa. But the people that are owning the means of production, that have dominated and subdued them economically, they are the whites. They dare not face the whites. There's some area in South Africa that blacks do not enter. That is what US and British will do to a southwest region or any other region that believes that in southern Nigeria they can stand alone. Look at South. There. When Britain, if Nigeria is separated today, restructured, and you have your joint nation, when they're releasing you people, they go, una own slavery and not be here. They go enter una, use politics, enter una, use everything, enter. They go brainwash all of una, use everything, brainwash. They know that you don't have the skills. Ojulari, the MD, NNPCL, said that we don't have what it takes to maintain our refineries to be profitable, we need to partner with professional companies. That means Nigeria as a country cannot manage its refinery. You hear me? Nigeria as a country cannot manage its refinery. They need collaboration with all your engineers and everything, with everything we have. I listened to somebody, he said Ajaokuta steel cannot be resuscitated. If you run Ajaokuta steel, you'll be running at a loss. You will not be running at a profit. You'll be running at a loss. The only way you can run Ajaokuta steel is maybe there's a time of war, and we need iron. We need things to produce so that we can use it at the battlefield. And that's when you can run Ajaokuta. According to the experts, it tells you a lot about how these people can enter your region. The most important thing we need to face, we are facing Igbo Yoruba, Igbo Hausa. We are fighting this one. You are different from this one. We have this. We know that everybody have their political class. Your political class has plans for your region. But don't write off the power behind alliance, mutual interest. Don't write it off in Africa today, because go to Ghana now, the same divide and rule. South Africa now, almost the same time. You go back. See Ghana, you go back. Nigeria it has been happening for a very long time. You see, that's one of the reasons why I say Nigeria can never see. Forget all these antics or rhetorics that APC and these people are doing. They are trying to score points so that, okay, they use that to score points for themselves to stay in power and start being in charge of government. Not that there's any real development or any real change they are going to effect. Me, you know, if you gaslight me, those economists that come on social media and write BB grammar, me, I understand very well what you are saying. But I'm looking at the bigger picture. If we take away corruption from these politicians and Western influence, policies by the Tinubu government will fix Nigeria. But since you cannot take away corruption, you cannot take away Western influence, my brother, you are just wasting your time. You are not treating the illness, the sickness from the root cause. You are treating the surface. And you expect us to follow you more like that. Oh, God. So, Jonathan, if you are running, run. If you are not running, don't run. All of us go there all right, last.